Sup guys, so this is the salt mines. This is gonna be my own interpretation of how you can win more games in League of Legends, no matter type, ranked or ARAM or whatever. So uh, my CV practically, I've been playing WoW, League I mean, since 2010, since Miss Fortune came out. And the thing is, I've been playing on and off, maybe 3 months on, 3 months off, 1 month on, six off, 6 off, one on. Either way, the thing is that I saw a lot of shit, like a lot of shit. And the thing is that a lot of people, I also saw videos of other people saying what they consider to be good to win and not win. And here is my list, or more exactly, here is what they say and what I say that it's wrong. So a lot of people consider objectives important, like towers. You gotta have towers, a lot of towers, because they give gold and map presence. But the thing is, I won games where I had my base completely destroyed, all three inhibitors, even the two Nexus turrets, and half of the Nexus health was gone. And then they lost a fight when they stood too much, trying to destroy the Nexus, and then we rushed the inner tower, we rushed the inhibitor tower, both of the Nexus towers, and the Nexus before the 80-second respawn timer, and we won. So fuck towers. I Other people say that Dragon or Baron is important. I won games where, and of course all of these examples go both way. I even lost games where I had a huge advantage. And so I won games where the enemy team had 3 Barons and I had shit. I won games where the enemy team had 5, 6 dragons and we didn't have none. I Again, the inhibitor one. Inhibitors are good, but they're not the winning condition, the victory condition. Um, CS farming, gold per total. Some people, like Nasus top, you see them, or I don't know, the carry stays in lane and farms like crazy, 300, 400 mobs, but never go to a team fight, never goes, and in the end they lose because their team is always 4v5ing. That's not really good. Or kills, of course. I won games with Ash, I think, where I had like 114 or something like that. I got carried. I got so carried. I had no kills at all, no farm, but I got carried, and I won the game. Uh, what else? Assists. Yeah, pretty much with which means how much of your team participates in the team fight, because again, some guy might be off farming or something else. Or 4v5. I won games where my team were 3 guys, no, four, and the enemy 5, and we won. And of course, again, I lost where we were 5 and they were 4. Uh, an advantage you can have is at champ select. Quite the other day, I chose Fiora for a game where Fiora is good against squishy targets to negate their burst with her W and to kill them afterwards. But the thing was that the enemy team had mainly tanks, and for some unknown stupid ass reason, I still chose her. And the reason why one of the main reasons is because my poor selection. But of course, in the game, my teammates did mistakes too, and if they wouldn't have, we would have won. Or maybe if they would have done the same errors, but I would have chosen another hero, we won. Or I don't know, maybe just if I farmed better with Fiora and had semi-tanky slash anti-tanky items for their team, I could have won. But anyway, tilting the enemy is a new good thing apparently. Just smack talk them, and they get angrier and angrier, and they play worse. Countering, yeah, that's I also won lanes where I countered, no, where the enemy countered me, and I still won the lane, or where I countered the enemy and I lost my lane because I was playing cocky and stupid. No involvement from the jungler though. And the jungler again, if I won lanes where the jungler would gank me or try to. One example was when I was playing Brand mid. Oh, that was the best. I would bait the jungler into ganking me, and I would retreat a bit so the creeps were far behind, and there was only the enemy mid champion and the jungler. And when they were at a certain point, I would flash into them, EQ stun the most damagey one of them, ult them so they both have the passive on them, the flames, and then I would just W under them since they're already near me, they don't move. They would just burn up and I would get a double kill and usually a double buff. And the first time they do this, yeah, okay, they think it's luck or something stupid like that. The second time it happens, they fucking start to learn really fast because it's pretty embarrassing to die 2v1 full HP. And they would never try to gank me again. I would have to roam in their jungle or other lanes to get kills. Okay, another example, what people say it's important, I know it's like feeding, right? Feeding, oh, that's important. Back a few years ago when I was king of the salt mines, I got really angry at some games, right? But in this one particular, I went straight from base to mid to feed the enemy mid champion. And at the end of the game, I had something like 0-18 score. The funny thing is that we still won. My team was better than their 5 guys with the mid getting fed. That's how stupid it is. So again, being 4v5 is not really an excuse. The enemy being fed is again not really an excuse. What else? Or focus. This is another good example because you need to have focus for 3 things mainly. Okay, so map awareness. When you place wards, some people just place them and never look at them again when the jungler comes. It's like there's some kind of a protective shield that you can't get ganked anymore. Of course, it's farming and then avoiding and hitting skill shots. Like good players would watch the map every 1 second from 4 seconds, like yeah, 1 out of 5 seconds they would just check the minimap and see what's what. Or if you got good peripheral vision, you would just notice a new icon on the minimap. And also they are good at last hitting and good at avoiding skill shots when they come, and they're good at predicting when they come to not only avoid them but to also get into position to retaliate against the enemy, so because they have cooldowns up. So all this shit I just said, people say it's important, and I don't say no, it's not important, not really. There are advantages, and you have some and you don't have some, but it's not even about having more advantages than the enemy, because it's not exactly quality over quantity. Not any one advantage matters, but having more or more important ones usually do. So a very strict example is where you 5v5 the enemy team and you wipe. At the end of the fight, the enemy team has 2-3 heroes with like 10-20% HP. In that case, yes, a Baron buff could help you, might help you, will help you. But if at the end of the fight you wipe and the enemy team has like 2-3 heroes who are 50% HP and the other 2 are full, dude, a Baron buff is not gonna help you, not even a Dragon buff. You need something else. A Dragon Baron is pretty much useless here. You can just let them have it. There's no point in risking it. You need to, I don't know, bait them or catch them off guard or catch them individually, because a straight on team fight is not gonna work anymore. So the real victory condition, or the only important thing in a game, is effectively destroying the Nexus. That's it. Or surrendering. Yeah, if you fuck them up hard enough to surrender, either them thinking that they can't win, or thinking that the win could take way too long, like 56, 60 minutes. I met some people. Or some people, when they see that they can't carry the game themselves, even if the team is doing well, they start surrendering because it's all about them, egos, shit. So yeah, having advantages is good, but you need to know which ones are good in that specific game and which ones are not. And even if the enemy team has advantages over you in the early game, you gotta realize that maybe you have the advantage in the later game if you can just survive it, and then you can win. Because I haven't played all MOBAs, but I did play like 3 of them, and from what I can hear about the rest, League of Legends is the most forgiving one out of them. All your mistakes are less important, like compared to Dota. I played Dota 1 before League, and there, when you would get killed, not only would the enemy get to 250 gold, but it would be taken directly out of your gold. So you could be, if you die a lot, you could have 0 gold for minutes on end and not buy anything, not even a ward. And the gold per second was really low, but the gold per creeps was way higher. So again, farming and last hitting more especially was very important. If you didn't know how to last hit, that was bad. So that's why I say that League is very forgiving, and it gives you a lot of chances to come back from a negative I don't know, fight, or negative, just in general game, because later you can win. Or not just later, maybe just in 2 minutes, where the enemy makes a big mistake, and then you can just rush them in their base and destroy their nexus. League is absolutely the #1 comeback game out of all of the MOBAs. So I think it's really stupid to surrender and give up, even if at this point in time it looks bad. But as long as your nexus is still up, you still got a fighting chance, man. If you give up, I think you got no balls or no brains or no skills, or maybe all of them. And frankly, I'm pretty sure in real life you're a pussy too. That's it. See ya.